Well, good morning, everyone. I guess I don't have my teeth in. I could do this. This would be good, yes. And then you could see me smile. But I really don't care. um, I've been reading your comments. You guys are so sweet to me. You're just so wonderful. My box of cards to put on the tree, they all need to be hole punched and tied on. And there's a lot of you. Did you notice that? Anyway, so I guess I'll do that today. Before we go, I have many things to do before we go, I guess. I think I'll cut the soap when I'm down there and mail it to Marty from there. And I will also help her remember what they are. Guess I better smell them and smell the fragrance bottles and label them first. Christmas was awesome. It was so good. It was so good. And I'm just having a break. Haven't done a thing. It's 10:10 and I just got up. But now I got up because I had to do I did the kiln overnight. I was so tired at 10:30. Let me see if I can remember what I did. At 3:30, when the rates were high, I put it on low. And at 7:30, when the rates were low, I put it on medium. And at 10:30, I put it on high. And I got up a few times and went outside to check it. And I had to put on my bathrobe to go outside and my big fat slippers over my big fat socks because Carlos were still in the car. And it was a little bit chilly last night. Just a little chilly. It was 46. We had the wood stove stoked up. And it was 46 Fahrenheit in our bedroom, which was a lot warmer than it was outside. In fact, it was 60 degrees warmer inside than outside, even when it was 46 Fahrenheit. It was a full moon, so I guess all the heat from the earth escaped. And the North Pole was only a few degrees colder than it was here. Gives you an idea. It was negative 27 Celsius when I woke up this morning. Let me see if I can check out F to C, or C to F. C dash F. Enter. There it is. No, wait, that's cystic fibrosis. News for CF. I guess that didn't work. CF conversion chart. Ah, that's it. We're going to have it. Online conversion. The first one always gets all the hits. Convert what quantity? Minus 27 Celsius. 2 degree Fahrenheit. Minus 16 Fahrenheit. Now let me just check and see what the weather alert is. ALERT, comma, Canada, temp. Enter. Temperature alert. Ah. Alert New Jersey is minus 30. Oh, there it is. It's NU. That's Nunavut. Oh, it's in Nunavut. It's minus 30 Celsius, and it's minus 27 Celsius here. Well, I didn't know that we got so close to the temperature in unbelievable. Which is minus 22 Fahrenheit on the North Pole. What did I say it is here? Minus 16? Not much difference. So anyway, I didn't feel like getting dressed because my bathrobe is warmer than my cold clothes will be. Usually I take my hair dryer and I blow it into my clothes. Good morning, my little darling.
Good morning.
You're not on television, only me. He slept in his entire clothes, his entire, what is it called? Jumpsuit. No.
No soda.
Jogging outfit.
Yeah.
You know, it's the warm stuff. There he is, like that. I kept him warm. I slept in this with him. Look at my feet.
Oh yes, indeed.
And my bathrobe. I just tucked it. I kept having to go outside and check the kiln, and then I slept in and missed the 1 o'clock. 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1 o'clock is when it should have been turned off. Anyway, I went out there and it was off. So the kiln setter turned it off.
Oh, good.
That was good. So I did those little goblets, those little cups, mugs. No, they're not mugs. We don't have handles. Little cups. I what did them again? Mess around here, eh? Got a lot of stuff. All these packaging everywhere. Gotta tidy up, I guess, to bring it back to its previous quality. I'm gonna go to Georgia today, but it'll depend on. I think I know what I'm taking. I could just throw it in the car and I'm ready. So it'll take when my sweetheart is all packed and ready. We'll see what time of day it is. And then we'll have to blow out the pipes and all that stuff. We can't do that till the last minute when the car is all packed. Do you know, Willem, it is negative 22 in alert. Negative 22 Celsius. It was negative 27 here last night. Oh, they have light snow. That's why it's holding the temperature, the warmth in at the North Pole. Minus 22. That's right. It's colder here than it is there. How's that possible?
I woke up at 6:30. Go in the washroom when there's a fire. And it was minus 28.
Minus 28?
Yeah.
Minus 28. It's only minus 22 at the North Pole. What is with this picture? Unbelievable. Well, maybe that's because it's 10 a.m. Oh, that must be it. Wait a minute. Minus 7. It was minus 21 at, oh no, it's 7 a.m. Wait a minute. 10 a.m., 1 p.m. Oh, it's not giving us backwards. Anyway, so let it be known. Alert. We'll have the 7-day forecast for alert Nunavut. Bear with me. It's very important. We're waiting for Google to give me this. And the squirrel has been in the bird feeder and knocking all the bird seed out, and the other one is on the floor. I guess we'll have to put a lot of bird seed out so that they can have bird seed. I guess I'll put it under the table. I closed all the curtains. Okay, 10 a.m. Alert. CFS. What is that? Canadian Forces? Light snow. Look. Oh, wait. The current conditions is minus 28. Okay, it's minus 28 there, so it's still the same temperature there as it was here this morning. Isn't that amazing? Forecast not available for this location. Yesterday, the maximum was minus 24, and the minimum was minus 32. So, okay, so the minimum was minus 32. The dew point was at minus 32. The dew point was at minus 32, Willem. Anyway, we're going to Georgia, where it's going to be +7. Yoo-hoo! It's too cold to get in the car. It's cold to do anything. And we used up all that wood that was here. What a time to have used up all the wood. All that wood that was outside. We still have lots of wood. But we brought in all the wood that was in the row beside the teepee. It was this long row of overflow. We didn't have enough room for it in the woodshed. And so we brought it all in and stacked it up inside in the living room beside the wood stove. And now we are going to have to actually go outside to get some wood today. On the coldest day so far. Unbelievable. It's an appropriate day to go south, don't you think, Mom? But on the other hand, if we had car trouble when it's this cold out there, we're up the creek. Only the creek's frozen. We're up the glacier. Up the glacier without a coat. Without a slide. Oh, we'd fall in a crevice. Those crevices on the glacier are so jagged and so deep. And so blue. Unbelievably blue. Did I show you the pictures of the glacier? I was on a glacier for a while. Or at a glacier up in Alaska. One of my press trips. Actually, it wasn't really a press trip. It was a press trip for me. But for them, it was like an expedition. And I was there for Outdoor Life magazine. I was sent by Outdoor Life magazine to go on this trip. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It was very cool. Oh, well, that was before YouTube. So I guess I should let you go. Get on with your day. Oh, I discovered uTorrent. I usually watch television by going to the various channels on the internet, and I would click on the past videos and watch them all, the ones I missed. It was great. Now they put locks on them, and you have to subscribe to cable in order and have a cable account with your cable provider in order to watch television on the internet on those channels. Can you believe that? I never wanted to do uTorrent. I didn't think that was very good. But, I did it. And it felt great. And I watched all the back ones of, I downloaded all the back ones of NCIS. Look at that. Here it is. It's still downloading one. Oh, it was turned off, I guess. But I have NCIS, Season 1, Episode 1. I intend to watch them all. Because it's cold outside. Baby, it's cold outside. Alright, I'll let you go. Willem will play some Christmas music. Only Christmas is over. We had a great Christmas. 9 kids, all in Canada with, Virginians in Germany. So we had her on FaceTime. It was great. Okay, well, I'm going to let you go. See you later. Love you all. Merry, Merry Christmas.
Hello, it's Nancy today. Hi, Marthy. This is for you. I just finished, I just went to the post office. It's 8:15 a.m. They're not even open till 8:30. But I thought if I go early on New Year's, Christmas Eve, maybe I could actually get in and not have to wait in a long line. But I did bring tatting and all kinds of stuff to do while I was sitting in line. Anyway, I'm calling to let you know that I finally shipped your soap. I think there were, I didn't have time to make the Castile soap, and I wasn't sure about how hard some of them are going to be, so I put in 6 extra soaps. I think that's what I did. So I'll only charge you for what you ordered, and the rest is bonus. I think they'll probably all be fine, but anyway. And for $12.50 is what it costs for this box. This is a flat rate shipping box. It's amazing. It would probably have cost that for sending 3 bars from Canada. But being as I'm in the States, the shipping was very low, and I could send you all your bars, 2 of this and 2 of of this and 2 of this and 2 of this and 1 of that and 2 of this. But I sent 2 of everything, and then I sent some kinds that you didn't order. Let me see if I can tell you what I did ship you. I sent you gardenia and jasmine, vanilla, blueberry cake, rose, Hawaiian plumeria, lily of the valley, lilacs and lily, magnolia, which you hadn't ordered, but I thought was awesome, and nutmeg, and that probably doesn't add up to the right amount. But anyway, that's what I sent. That and whatever else you had ordered. It should be winging its way to you in the next couple of days. Imagine sending it on Christmas Eve and it'll be there on Saturday. Today is Tuesday, Christmas Eve. If I sent it from Canada, it takes 2 weeks to get there. So all this delay in shipping it is going to even out. It's going to still get there the same length of time. Also, because it was 3 weeks or so since you ordered it, or since I made it. I think it was about 3 weeks. So it should have cured. I didn't test all of the soaps, but I did test some and they were really good. So I think the others look just fine. And if you have any problem with them, let me know. Actually, if you have any problem with them, there's 6 extras that should make up for anything that has problems. Anyway, this is coming to you from Athens, Georgia. Bye. Merry Christmas all. Good morning. It's Nancy today. Well, I haven't talked to you for a few days. We're here in Georgia visiting with my mom. I've been doing a lot of things that I don't usually do, like working on the knitting machine. I tell you, it's so frustrating because if you do it wrong, everything will fall off. And I had the whole piece fell off of the loom because all the latches, well, whatever. Anyway, but I'm learning. I'm learning how to do it so that doesn't happen again. Anyway, had a good sleep. Today is the 29th of December, and my little boy Daniel flies back to China again today. He loves it over there. It's nice and warm in Shenzhen. It's not like the subarctic temperatures at home. I think it's quite mild at home actually right now, but it's going to go down to negative 30 in a few days. Anyway, I'll miss him. I'll have to Skype with him. He's a good kid. He loves China. There's a lot of people there and a lot of activities right in the midst of lots of people everywhere on the streets. It's not like Ottawa where everybody's in their houses and in their cars and nobody really talks to each other. In China, you can talk to everybody on the street and they'll talk to you. And I guess it's very crowded. And he loves it. That's nice that he loves it. It's nice. Anyway, but of course I miss him when he's gone. Anyway, so that's that. It's very mild here. Willem said, "Oh, I could get used to this." I miss the snow. I miss being home. And I love my mom so much. She's so awesome. Anyway, so here we have television. We get to watch lots of movies. We don't have TV at home. I really like movies. I should probably do the Netflix thing so that I can have access to TV and movies all the time. A lot cheaper than cable. And there's nothing on cable that is interesting most of the time. But I shouldn't say that because there are always things somewhere. Not always. Anyway, I'm so glad that, well, I won't go into that.
anyway, just wanted to update you. We're in Georgia. I'm going to go home in a little while. Don't know exactly when. Lori comes back tomorrow. We'll give her back the reins and then tootle up north. So, I hope to see you on the way. Let me know if you want us to stop in. Bye-bye. Hello there, it's Nancy today, and by the looks of my hair, it's a good thing I look in this thing every now and then. It's like a mirror, isn't it? Anyway, so how's it going? Same here, I suppose. Well, I have nothing to say. So let's see, what should I say? Hello, it's Nancy today. Come on in, lower your standards and get comfortable. Well, we're just hanging out, visiting. It's wonderful to go visiting. You know, this Nancy Today stuff is really working in my favor. It's people coming out of the woodwork that like me. Isn't that amazing? I just can't believe how that works. You recognize him, eh? He's my Willem. So we got sick yesterday. I think it's from my mom. She was sick the other day. And then Willem and I both got sick yesterday, but luckily our friends like us enough that they didn't care.
Yes.
And they take all their vitamin C and will never ever get sick, so we're lucky that way. I guess eating all my tangerines didn't do it. Oh. Anyway, so we're really not accomplishing much. We're just hanging out, getting to know each other. Joyce already knows me.
Yeah.
I'm at a disadvantage here.
Yeah.
But anybody that already likes me is okay in my books. It really, you know, you make friends with somebody, but it usually develops over quite a long period. You have to get to know each other, and you're not welcomed into somebody's house right away, you know. But with this Nancy Today stuff, they already know me.
Yeah.
They know where I keep my hammer. They know where I left my jewelry. They know where I left my whatever it was, a tool or a brush or something. It's all there. I like this painting. Look at this. It's very pretty. I don't know. See, they got all these neat things like this. They got these kind of things that, all kinds of neat little things that I would never have thought of. If I can't make it, I don't have it.
Yeah.
Well, I do, but
Can't make anything.
there, now you can see it without the glare. Okay, well, I will upload this so that at least I have done my duty.
Because they've been missing you.
Because you might have been missing me. That's right, you might miss me.
I don't like it when I get on there and I can't find Nancy doing something. I want to know.
It's too bad because there's so many videos. There's 14,000.
I
And
want to know now what you're
I
doing.
know. I know. Well, nobody can ever catch up. I can't catch up. I keep sorting through them, you know. I'll just type in a word and I'll sort for whatever it is. You can use almost any word. There's 750 playlists now, I think. Well, some of them are the same name. But I know.
One of these days.
Yeah. All right, so that's it. I have nothing to say. Imagine me with nothing to say. We just went out, and I've been...
Sure takes you a long time to say nothing.
Well, hi, y'all. It's Nancy today. I thought I'd better give you a little update on what's happening. So, we have been visiting in Georgia for a few days and decided that we have to get back. We're only allowed to be out of Canada for 40 days for Willem's his own insurance. We've got our OHIP covers us when we're in the country, and it pays what it would pay if we were in the country, if we're out of the country. But if
No,
we're
it does not. It pays very little. Yeah.
But if we were the same as if we were in the country. But the prices out of the country are more.
my work, it pays next to nothing. My work insurance, or my pension insurance, whatever, the pension healthcare covers us, but only for 40 days.
So we have to get back. And so we've been staying there for a few days, so we needed to get back. But we were going to go up and see this wonderful potter. She's got amazing pottery stuff. Her name is Mud It Is, all one word, on Etsy. Wonderful, beautiful pottery. And she's always giving me tips. And I'm so amazed at how beautiful her stuff is. And I was hoping we could go there and visit. And she was all ready for us. But I called and said, well, we just got to this highway and we're coming up there. And she said, no, don't come yet. Wait. She really wanted us to come. But she said that there's high winds and they had a flash freeze last night. It would rain really hard and froze and got real cold. And so the police are saying to stay off the roads, stay off the highways. And I don't think they have any snow clearing equipment there, or if they do, it's very, very slow snow. I mean, it's going to take a long time before they get anything done. Anyway, so it's very dangerous up there because you got to go through the mountains. That would be going straight up I-75. Okay, well then that was all right, but we do need to drive because we are supposed to be home before our 40 days runs out, but also we had other things that we were sort of committed to do, and we're kind of late for that already. So we got to get home. So we drove back to Atlanta, and now we're on I-85 going north. And it's blue sky here, and it was very cloudy and, you know, bad conditions. And I think a bit further north than her, it was blizzard conditions, you know, negative 36 Fahrenheit wind chill. I mean, that's cold for me, real cold for me. Meanwhile, at home, it's warmer at home than it is here right now. It's 40 degrees today. By the time we get there, it'll be cold, real cold. But, so we, it's now above, no, it's about 30 degrees here right now on this highway. So now we're going to stay with our original plan. We're going to go north. We're going to see Rosemary if we can, and then we're going to see Esther if we can, and we're going to see Jen if we can, and who knows, from there we could go over to Toronto if Willem wants to go to the temple, and then go home from there. So, but the roads, there are conditions to watch out for, so there probably will be accidents out there on the roads. Here, it's looking very nice. Beautiful blue sky, but this big storm, I guess the storm is Ion, I-O-N, and it's, there are spots of ice on the road now and then. They're not big spots, they're little ones, and sometimes the lane of traffic, where the cars are have always got their, I'm going to say pedals, where the wheels are, sometimes those are wet tracks, right? It's black in the middle from the oil from the cars, and it's I guess there's more old cars down here because they don't rust out, so there's more chance that they've got oil leaks. And then the tracks where the wheels go were wet, but sometimes if there's trees along the side of the roads, those would be slippery, those would be ice, and there's a strong wind, so it'd be easy to get blown around with that on them. There was one spot where the car slipped a bit, so I knew it was not safe in some spots. But right now it's very mild. It's just, oh, now it's 31 degrees out there, so it's not bad. The sun is out, looks good. Anyway, but we will keep you posted, and when the weather changes, you will be the first to know. Some people have a bar across the back of behind their seat, and they got all their clothes hung on hangers up there. It's kind of very strange, and I've seen, only time I ever see that is with older people, always gray-haired people, you know, not blonde like city here. We're changing drivers. Look at this. Willem, this is not a welcome center. Just a rest area. Look at this beautiful lake, though.
It begs to be swimming,
Well,
but I have no swimsuit with
you
me.
don't. That's never stopped you before.
Not in the pond, that's all.
Well, it's cold, though. There's blizzards on I-75 or something. No, I guess Asheville area. So we're going the Charlotte direction. I gotta get my laptop. I'm gonna get caught up here. Been very busy visiting. I have a nice, beautiful new pink scarf if I get cold. All right, Willem.
You still have a sandwich you can now munch.
This is a lovely spot. If we were not out running a blizzard or something, we would stop and play our violins and keyboard down there by the river.
Okay, this is good. This is a little bit higher.
Down by the riverside.
Okay.
What is this water? Is this a Savannah Lake or something?
No idea.
Let's see if it says on this vending or this.
Vending
Not
machine.
there. It doesn't say.
On the vending machine. It says.
Doesn't say
Doesn't say
anything.
anything. No animals permitted in this area. That's not the name of it.
This is in South Carolina.
Yes.
South Carolina is actually a very beautiful place. But I think they also have lots of snakes. Snakes now matter to me. So now I know where they're located. This is so much easier than driving. My gosh. I think I could enjoy this one. The Palmetto Prideway. Anderson, Clemson. Probably been here before. John C. Calhoun Home. Okay, I gotta go. I got things to do. Well, good morning. It's Nancy today. Thought I should do a little update. Got my keys around my neck, so I guess I'm not using my keys to drive the car. Well, it's negative 13. Car started right up. Zoom. We had a wonderful time with Rosie. That was great, wasn't it, Willem?
It was.
Yeah. We got there last night around supper time, about 6, I guess. And it was so nice talking about different things. Their accents in North Carolina are different than the accents of our friends in Georgia. You know, YouTube is such a blessing to be able to let us to meet other people that are like us or that, you know, we hit it off with. Anyway, Willem got to meet Rosie's husband and get acquainted, and that was very nice. And the radio was all about how cold it was out, or the television, and they've closed all the schools, all the way, I guess most of North Carolina, the schools are closed. Or some are 2-hour delay or 3-hour delay. But I didn't feel it was very, very bad. It was not too cold. It wasn't raw at all. Anyway, so we're back on the road again, heading up through Virginia today, I think. And so, good tidings to all. I was saying something about how I don't edit my videos. That bothers some people that are in a hurry to just find out how to do something. I don't do it for other people, you know. I don't make sure that it's a perfect teaching video that will teach them in the shortest amount of time. I'm not like that. They can find somebody else for that. And I don't edit it, and so Rosie said, that's the best part. Starts off with a blooper and ends with a blooper, and there's bloopers in the middle. take a long time to edit my videos. And you just have the bare bones. I'm not sure what would be left. Anyway, so y'all take care. Oh, I lost my keys this morning. But we prayed about it because, you know, Heavenly Father, He can see exactly where they are. He's watching He sees those keys. He sees me wandering around looking for it. We're all playing hide and seek for the keys, and He's sitting there. I know where they are. So we asked Him, and Rosie put her head up and said, in the suitcase. And so we looked, searched the suitcase, and there, well, actually, what she was seeing was she could see the suitcase. And I searched in the suitcase, and I thought, well, they must be right around it. And so, sure enough, the edge of the bed, picked up the covers that were going down over the edge of the bed. There the keys were hanging on the frame of the bed down to the floor. That was such a wonderful miracle. I always turn to the Lord when I can't find something. It's the quickest way. It's a surefire way, and it also lets you know how He loves you, that He cares, and that He's there for the littlest problems in your life. Isn't that a wonderful thing? What a great God we have. We're so blessed. Well, enjoy your day. Choose the good. Do good. Smile. See if you can make somebody else smile. And lower your standards for yourself. Let yourself just be you. I don't mean put your standards. I don't mean do bad things, but just be you. All right. See you later. Pretty cold out for everybody. Just keep seeing these patches of ice. Don't know if you could see that one we just drove by.
Oh, you can. We drove by you.
Here's one. Did you see it? You have to rewind it. Check. But we never see that at home. We never see a patch of ice on the road. That's very unusual. It's very sunny, so it shines up, shows up. Wait till there's another one. We're in North Carolina. This is what are they calling it? The polar vortex. They always have to come up with some name. That sounds menacing. Reminds me of the movie The Day After Tomorrow, which is about these huge hurricanes of ice. And that's what they were calling it. This polar hurricane of cold air. 2014. But the roads are clear. I can deal with cold. Still want to drive through snow. Waiting for a patch of ice for you. It says bridge freezes before road, and I was thinking about that. I was thinking, I guess that's if it's been raining and everything is wet. While you're driving on a wet road, then you get to the bridge will be ice. I've never ever encountered that, where the bridge freezes before road and actually had ice on a bridge but nothing else. Have you? I suppose the odd time. We're going up to 77. Idling, and on the driveway, which is paved, we don't have paved driveways, so we never know this at home, but on the driveway there was a little runoff of ice from the car where it had moisture had solidified.
The south, north.
Sometimes it's very helpful. have to rely on only your brain. Because my brain does only half a job that your brains do. Thank you, Willem.
Welcome.
And you gotta be careful if you encounter ice on a curve. You're okay when it's straight and you go through it. But never turn, never swerve to get out of a spin, out of a, yeah. You turn into the spin. Look at this, the road's empty. Wow, this is cool. People have all got to stay home. It's too cold for them. Willem, we're going to have no traffic today. Isn't this something? Boy, it was wall-to-wall traffic yesterday. Ha! We Canadians. Look at this, an empty road. Well, I guess up there it's not empty. Trucks have to go. And they go through everything. They go to hot and cold all the time. There's all the salt on that truck. You can tell where the cars have been if they've been north or south because of the ones driving south ought to have salt on them if they were far enough north. I got warnings in the mail, in my email for last Sunday for freezing rain and all. This patch of ice. Good morning, it's Nancy today. I thought I should make an update. Well, we are near Watkins Glen, I guess. We're along the one on the side of Seneca Lake. Is that what that is? Which is over there. One of the Finger Lakes in New York. In upstate New York. And we're heading to the Palmyra Temple today. We didn't know the time it would take to get from one place to the next, so we are, not really on, anyway, we won't go there. It looks like the road is white. They've had snow here, and that's the salt on the road. And today we're going to continue home, because tomorrow it's going to snow again on the east side of Lake Ontario, the lake effect. It's been doing a lot of snowing there. And they now have 3 feet of snow in the last 3 days or 4 days. Something like that. And they have had, I-81 has been closed through there. And the New York State Thruway has also been closed going towards Buffalo. So we couldn't have gotten home if we had left any sooner from down south. We couldn't have gotten through there anyway. So we've been doing a lot of driving, and it has really been blue sky everywhere from Georgia all the way up to here, except for yesterday through Virginia and Pennsylvania. I guess mostly through Pennsylvania. It was cloudy. We haven't touched any snow yet, in spite of this huge storm. I think there's another storm coming along at the back of all this, but so far so good. So we stayed over with Jen and her husband and her 3 children, darling children. It was very nice to be with them. I had hoped to stay there longer, but our window of sunlight, of clear days, is very short. It's going to snow again tomorrow, and it's such a tricky place to get through. So we have to strike while the iron is hot. has your journey been?
It has been very pleasant.
There, you see? He's been enjoying himself. It's kind of nice to be retired, isn't it?
So it is.
So let's see, we left Georgia, we stayed with Joyce and Cliff, and in North Carolina we stayed with Rosie and Arville, and then in Virginia we stayed with Dick and Esther, and then in New York we stayed with Jen and Terry. And tonight I guess we should be at home. Let us all press on in the work of the Lord. Anyway, unless we decide we could go from here, we could go through to Toronto. We could go take the thruway to Buffalo and go up to Toronto, and then stay overnight in Toronto and work in the temple there, and then go home. And then we don't have to feel like we haven't done our duty. That, dear?
We'll have to check the weather. And yeah.
They were having a blizzard in Ontario. That was been a couple days ago now. So we'll have to see how all that goes. Takes us a long time to get home. We're not able to drive for 8 or 10 hours a day like we used to. Alrighty, well, I will say hello and goodbye. Hello and goodbye. I borrowed a book from Jen. It's about tatting and earrings and things with beads. Very interesting. I shall see what I can do with that book. Anyway, talk to you later. You can do this at home. Results may differ. We are arriving at the Palmyra Temple.
But you better hustle. You did. You do it again?
I turned it up high.
Well, that was not easy to get to this gas station over here.
There's one over there. Maybe next time we can try that.
And it's cheaper too.
Is that really? Okay, good. No.
Okay. Well, we've made it to the gas station anyway. They've definitely had a lot of snow here in Watertown. This is open. I wonder what. Oh, there it goes, fading away. Good work. Lots of salt on his windshield. Well, we went to the store in Watertown. We're going to get gas before we head back to Canada. And I bought a TV screen and a wall mount. Got the cheapest one they had. So I'll put it up on the wall. Oh, I should have gotten some of those cords. I might have one of those cords. NIM, not MIH, NIDM, or NIMD, or NMDA. And I kinda got one of those cords. I think I may have one at home. And now we're on our way. It takes a long time to get anywhere, because we got a lot of miles in between here and anywhere we are. And so probably just, I don't know, we can't really just go straight to Ottawa because our car is full. We can't bring Abe home if he wants to come home. But we could go to Ottawa and then go home. Come back and get him on Monday or something, or whatever. Don't really know how it would work, but our car is definitely full. Or we could leave a bunch of stuff at Ben's and take Abe and his stuff if he wants to go home. See, I really don't know what I'm doing. But we did have a good time in Palmyra at the temple. We were only there for a couple of hours, but it was very good. It was nice to be back there and meet people I know from before. Alright, well that's your update from here. Bye-bye. Well, we still have snow after Watertown, but not as much. And the fields are all shiny. Looks like there's been meltage since the snow fell.
I talked to one guy in Watertown, and he said that Watertown was about a foot, and it varies from place to place, and one place had 12 feet, he said.
Wow! If it's not 3 feet deep, if it's not covering the cattails. Cattails are about 3 feet high, aren't they?
Yeah, sort of, yeah. Or that varies too.
Oh yeah, they might be 5 feet high. We're on Wellesley Island now. Somebody put a red dot on a deer's nose. It was very cute. It was a reflective red dot too. That was way back in Virginia, I think.
Was that on a sign, a traffic sign, or was it?
Yeah, the deer crossing sign.
Oh, I see.
Bird in the osprey nest. Look at this poor hill, how it's been chopped on both sides. There's no water coming out the side of it. all these flat roads cut through all of the hills. I mean, it helps us get there even. One nice thing about this stretch of highway is there's very few cars on it. So you can see the reflection on the snow. Better turn it off. Bye-bye. Good morning, it's Nancy today. Well, this is your update about our journey. We got home yesterday. Isn't that cool? It was very cold in the house, but not terrible. I think there was ice in the toilet upstairs. I'm not sure. And it took a while to get the pipes turned on. I had to turn on the power. We have this strange sort of a water pump fuse box where the lid is part of the fuse. So you take the lid off and the fuse is open, and then you stick it back on and clamp it in, and it sticks the things in which activates the power. And I had that on, and I closed the tap for the hot water tank and checked to make sure the pressure tank tap was closed. And then I didn't hear anything, so I turned on the main water in the house. And I didn't hear it rushing in, and I thought that it was frozen in the basement, in the crawl space, so I stuck a heater in there. But it turns out that there's also a fuse in the main panel box, so I had to turn the breaker to turn that on. And then the water went rushing in. Took a long time, but I didn't turn on the hot water tank heat yet, because I didn't want the elements to be out of water and burn out. So then after a while, water came in. I went around and closed all the taps in the house first before I did any of that. And then water came into the taps. But it never came into the kitchen. So there's no water in the kitchen or in the washing machine. Which means that there's calcium in the pipes. When I turned on the cold water in the bathroom, brown water came out with little tiny pieces of calcium. And then it ran clear. And then I turned on the hot water, and that was fine. So we've been gone for 4 weeks. And so this is what it looks like outside. It's just beautiful. But the birds have eaten almost their whole thing of suet, and the bird seed is empty, so I need to get bird seed. There is bird seed in that one, but they can't get to it. So I need to change that. So beautiful here. And it snowed, and then it got hard, so we have this very hard crust of snow between here and the driveway. We have to create our path again, which is not an easy thing when it's all solid ice, but it's going to get warm for a few days and everything will probably melt. So as long as that doesn't matter, we'll be okay. We got the wood stove going. We unpacked the whole car, brought home my bobbin lace, turned on our Christmas lights. I brought home my knitting machine. It was very fun to have a knitting machine. I have to find a place to put it up. I also brought home my chess set. Willem says he's not going to play on that chess set because he needs official pieces. But he can lay on the couch with his eyes closed, and I can move the pieces, and we could play that way. I need a table for my knitting machine. You know, I look at that white table out there, and that would just be fine, I think. Something like that. I turned that container on its side yesterday. I guess I have to go get suet. And I have to get bird food. And we didn't get groceries last night. But we have frozen food and canned and stuff. But we have no water in the kitchen. Oh, I emptied my kiln last night when I got home. Remember I had fired some of my little cups? Some of them I had dipped in glaze. And then I thought I'm going to dip them in again and see if it'll get thicker. And I dipped them in again and it didn't. It ran off. I took it off. So some of them, the glaze got thick and looks nice, and some of them it didn't. Oh well. Sure is beautiful here. I love it at home. Blue jay working away at that food. Lots of dreams last night. There's no place like home. Oh my gosh, there's no place like home. It's wonderful. And we live in such a beautiful place. It's -6 Celsius. It was -13 last night, so it's warmed up. It's supposed to go up warm and get freezing rain. I like snow better. But you know, all week it's supposed to be above freezing during the day and below freezing at night. That's going to make the maple trees, the sap will start running. Then it'll stop. I wonder if some of those big-time tappers will start their taps. They might. They'll start making sap, making syrup. Not me. I should go snowshoeing out there, see how it all looks. I think we have to snowshoe to get on top, to get to our Triaqua Trail now. Unless it's hard enough. If it's really hard enough, then we can walk on the crust. But when the crust breaks, it's a sharp little crust. And if it breaks, it sort of grabs your ankle or your calf or whatever and kind of cuts in. It doesn't really cut you, but it's very uncomfortable. Do you have anything to say, Willem? To the people?
To the people, it's a wonderful day. Glad to be home.
Thank you for getting the wood stove going again this morning. So I should show you my haul. That's what they call it now, I guess. I have this. I got a TV in Watertown yesterday, and I got a thing to put it on the wall because we don't have anywhere to set it. But I thought I could put it up here, maybe put it up here behind this, or maybe, I don't know, somewhere. And put it on the wall, and then we could sit and look at it. But I don't have any connection. I don't think it would get power. I mean, get a signal from the television. But we could use it to watch things from online. I want the Weather Channel. I really like the Weather Channel. Is it cold out?
Well, not particularly. Not for the time of the year. So that little ceramic heater that we just bought, is it still there?
Yeah, it's behind all that. Just shove the chair out, shove the tree out, shove the rack out.
Yeah, but I think I'll use it in the kitchen. I'll put it underneath the sink
Uh.
so that I can rub the pipes over there.
What, you think the pipes are cold?
They might be frozen. They're right against the wall, and there's insulation is poor in the kitchen. They might be frozen there.
Yeah, but they were empty. We emptied the pipes.
I know.
I think
But
it's
there might
calcium.
be near the taps there.
Mm.
There might be some pieces left in there.
Mm. Okay.
But there's big pockets of water that might have frozen.
Okay. Are there taps under the sink?
Not under the sink. It would be better to have it in the corner by behind the washing machine.
I know, but are the taps under the sink?
I think there is. Yeah, I think there is a tap under the sink too. Yeah.
Hmm.
I guess you could check if it must be open. Yeah, because when we drain the pipe, the tap has to be open. We never closed it, I would think. So I assume it's open.
Just slide it with your foot.
There. Here we are.
The cupboard under the stairs. It's black. It's just.
I see it.
Oh, look, our woodpecker's there too. I wonder if that cold polar vortex did anything about the birds that were migrating, like the southern birds. I wonder if they went anywhere or if our...
No, I don't think so. They go either by geographic landmarks or by magnetic field. That doesn't change.
But I wonder if it blew them. You know, it was a strong wind. Sometimes birds get blown away or blown off course.
Yeah, but they'll correct that soon. I don't think that's something to worry about.
You don't have to push that chair back in. It's okay.
So let's see what I can do about this here.
I don't think there's a cord, a plug close enough to you.
The idea would be behind the washing machine, I think. In that corner.
There's two hairy woodpeckers there. And a blue jay. Look at that, a blue jay and a hairy woodpecker. Oh, and the hairy woodpecker is after him. And the hairy woodpecker is scarier than the blue jay because he has a bigger beak. Isn't it lovely here? I'll have to give you a tour of the windows. Can you see it snowing?
let it snow, 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 let it snow. Da 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 dum dum. Da da dum dum dum. If I know a place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Doesn't show signs of stopping. Well, I guess I should let you go. I'm just sitting here as content as a bunny rabbit. It's a pile of carrots. Good morning, it's Nancy Day. Well, it's Saturday morning and I heard a loud noise in the kitchen and I went in there and water was shooting onto the floor from somewhere. We'd had the ceramic heater in there to heat the pipes in case that was why there was no water in the kitchen. And I burst the pipes. So Willem is in there with the wet dry vac, vacuuming up the water and pouring it out onto the porch. It's above freezing today. It's supposed to be freezing rain. I'm not sure it is though. What does that mean, AE law? Anyway, so we have our little situation going on here. Anyway, so I'd like to put my socks on, but it's going to be a wet morning in the kitchen. Shall we go have a look at it? See what's up? We of course spilled here when we were trying to put it on the porch. Wonder if it went under the living room floor too. My very own little flood. Glad the cupboards are all up on 2x4s. This one isn't. These on this side aren't. But I'll turn off the water so we don't have water in here either, except on the floor. Well, it's a new day. Let's have fun. I haven't been able to do something like this for a very long time. This must be exciting, an adventure. Okay. I came walking right out here, you know, and I never occurred to me about electricity on the floor, so I'm very glad that the outlet was not on the floor. It was just turned a little bit. Okay, I'm going to make a noise.
What? I'm sorry?
How did they go over here again? Aren't my boots outside?
No, in the
Oh, here you are.
Okay, there you go. Oh, I thought you were.
Put the boots on and I'll go back.
I'm filming.
Good morning, it's Nancy today. You know, we've been watching Lie to Me, which is a TV program. I'm watching it with Netflix because I don't have cable and I can no longer watch TV on the internet. It seems all these Canadian TV stations have gotten together so that you have to buy cable in order to watch TV on the internet. Anyway, so and when I look at myself in this little camera, I think, what signs are on my face? There's contempt, which is something in here. And there's surprise. There's all these different things. So I'm filming. Hello, Willem.
Hello, darling.
There's Willem. Say hello. Willem.
Hello.
Say hello, Willem.
Hello, Willem.
And hello, Nancy.
Hello, Nancy.
So it's Sunday, and we've been home for 2 days and have done nothing but lay around and watch television. Willem has done other things, so he's been busy.
Not
But
too
I
busy,
haven't.
though.
Not too busy. Wouldn't want to be too busy. It's winter. It's rather dreary here. Want to see how dreary it is?
Well, it isn't really,
Quite dreary.
not really the most glamorous part of town either.
That's right. But it's not bad. Like in the summer, this will look pretty good.
Oops.
Anyway,
Something fell
it's
down.
okay. I'll take care of it later. All right. Talk to you later. Hello. It's Nancy today. Well, our family is kind of in crisis mode. And so, can't really tell you about it, but just that I probably won't be making many videos while I'm in crisis, while we're doing this thing. But I may. And I know that God loves us. I know that there is a God, and that everything works out, and that it works out best if we trust the Lord. And I'm so grateful for my faith. I'm grateful for my happiness. I'm grateful for our health system. I'm grateful for my husband and what a comfort he is to me. I just thought I would update you that I know the Lord lives and I know Jesus is the Christ. Enjoy your day. Good morning, it's Nancy today. My hair sure looks flattened down. I just took a shower and washed it and it has no flip in it, no body. But I'm not nobody. It's just my hair that's nobody. I think my hair is getting thin. My hair is very, very thick, but I think it's getting thin. I can see the scalp someplace. I know this is very important information for you, and you're just fascinated that I would share this with you, aren't you? I've seen other old people, whose hair is very thin on top. Oh well, it could happen to anybody. So we are living in Ottawa at our son's house. I'm glad he has a nice guest room for us. I brought my loom, which I plan to open up and start, get it together and work on it. So I don't know what to say. Don't know what I can say, what I can't say. I'm happy. Everything is good. It's very cloudy here, overcast, and should go for a walk. Go around the block. This is a paved street. But you know, the paved roads in Ottawa, the back, you know, the roads in neighborhoods and stuff, have great chunks of icy snow on the road, you know, where the snowplow goes through very seldom, and they scrape the road, but they're only about 3 inches above the road when they're scraping, because of the packed snow in between when they come. If you drive on snow, it'll pack it, and it'll become solid. And so then, as it melts or breaks away, you get these great potholes in the snowpack. There's no potholes in the road, it's just in the snowpack. So it can be kind of bumpy driving along on a road that's a neighborhood road. That was very important for you to know, wasn't it? You know, it's been warmer here than it was in Georgia. It was minus 16 Celsius in Georgia, and here it's plus 3 Celsius. So that's 18 degrees difference. It's a lot warmer here. Anyway, so I also brought my knitting machine. See, it's over there. I'm going to find a place to put that. I want to try and knit a baby sweater for Elida's baby. It's not due for a few months, but Elida's getting so big. It's really nice to be with them, to see everybody. Lots of the kids live in Ottawa, so we're able to see lots of them now. Last night we all got together. It's really great. It's really great. And they were all talking about how great it is to be part of to have nine kids in the family. Even though it's 2 families that are, you know, joined by their dad. It's nice that everybody feels good about it all. And Elida, she's so great. She brought a big pad and crayons, and she was playing tic-tac-toe and dots with people. It was great. Have you ever played dots? You make a grid of dots, and then each person gets a turn, and they get to make a line between any 2 dots, you know, in vertical or horizontal dots. And so you end up making squares, and the person that closes the square, puts the 4th side on a square, gets to take another turn. And so you don't want the other person to make a square, right? And then they put their name, their initial, in the middle of the square. It's quite a good, it's quite an interesting game, especially for people that are very competitive. We got a lot of competitive people around. Anyway, I'll try and make videos of my weaving. Maybe I'll take you with me when I go for a walk. It's kind of nice to be here because we have no water in our house. Tish is calling the plumber and going to meet with him and have him fix the plumbing in our kitchen. I should remember to remind them to turn it all off and drain the pipes before they leave the house because nobody's going to be heating it. But it has been pretty warm. I wonder what the temperature is. Where's my iPod? Oh, I'm talking on it. I have Willem's, which has no power. That's no good. because it was not charging, I guess. Anyway, on there I have what the weather is. I could touch the window. The best way to know what the temperature is outside is just to put your hand against the window. And you know if it's cold or not, or how cold it is. Anyway, so thank you for all your kind responses and prayers. I'm very grateful for all of you. I can't really give you details of everything going on because it's not about me, and so it's all privacy stuff, and I can't divulge who and what exactly. You know what I mean? So I'm just glad that you got all there. Anyway, so I'll upload this and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Well, there's the view. It certainly is a different view than the view I have at home, eh? I miss my birds coming to the feeder. Good morning, it's Nancy today. Well, I've done a few bits of my weaving. I've been putting my threads through. What is that called? Slaying the reed. Ha! Slaying the reed. I feel like Don Quixote. I just need my big sword. It's kind of dreary out there, as usual. And there was supposed to be freezing rain today, and I think there's, if you can see the road out there, there's a bit of a dusting of snow on it. This is a very nice neighborhood. I guess my telephone must be turned off. It's just buzzing away. Anyway, okay, I guess gotta go. Here again, there again. It's so nice to be in here in this nice room. I have my chair for the loom. I have my bed. I like this bed, except it's not big enough to sleep with my Willem. He's gotta sleep over there. But we can visit and hold hands while we sleep till we fall asleep. Anyway, I never did finish my slippers. They look like this. And I think that's or my socks. I think that's as high as I'm going to make them. I think I'll just finish them off at that point and let them be short. They fit perfectly right through here, but now of course they're very big here. I'm not really very good at this sock thing. Oh well, it's always good to have a little room for improvement, don't you think? Do any of you subscribe to Rod Freeman on Facebook? He's hilarious. Look for him under my my friends. He's I put a few things up. He just constantly comes out with funny things to say. I don't know where he's getting all this. I think he just comes from him. Here's a few of the things he says. Cop says to Speeder, "I've been waiting for you." Speeder replies, "I got here as fast as I could." Another one. "Forget energy drinks. I need a power plant." There will come a time in your life when someone says you can't do it. That's when you turn to them and say, "Watch me." That's a Nancy Today-ism. I wondered why the frisbee was getting bigger. Then it hit me. Isn't that great? We have a frisbee down by the pond. I should really go for a walk. There's something about that doesn't appeal to me out there. I think I might slip, but then I think I might slip at home. I should just do it. I should just go for a walk. Anyway, we have a frisbee down by the pond, and I think there was one time when we had more than me and Willem in the pond, and we played frisbee in there. It was very fun. I wonder who that was. We very rarely had anybody but me and Willem in the pond. Nobody likes our pond. They say, "A pond? No thanks, I'll stick with the pool." Pond is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Very deep, too. No fish. Nothing to bite your feet. Look, a car. Something I don't usually see at home. There's something out there way over there. There's something red. It must be the name of a store or something. There's something red, and it would light up. It would go, and it would flash, and then it would get short, and then it would light up. I sat there and watched it last night. Have to investigate what these things are I see at night. But no lights on in the houses. The houses are all dark. But there are street lights, you see. There is a street light, and there is a street light. Anyway, very different being here. It's a nice big room. Look how big this room is. The light doesn't give off very much light, but that's all right. We can manage because we have this great light. When I was a travel writer, I always used to take my 100-watt light bulbs in the suitcase with me so I could replace what they had, put in 100-watt light bulbs. But I did that once in Europe. That was a bad idea because my 100-watt light bulbs, I think I blew a fuse or something. I don't know how I blew a fuse because they've got bigger circuits than we do, but whatever. Anyway, so today is a new day. See my earrings? Jen made these. No, I made them, but I did them just like Jen. Jen is having a contest. Her name is JFO Bug on YouTube. Go see her. She's having a contest for, you have to comment and watch her video on making earrings like this, tatting. Aren't they cute? Let's see if I can show you. But I'm looking at the back of my iPad, so I can't tell if you see it or not. Anyway, according to Rod Freeman, I hope I'm never as bad at doing something as raccoons are at crossing the street. Here's another one. I'm letting my OCD manage my ADD. I'm compulsively counting the times I'm distracted and unfocused. Okay, talk to you later. Bye-bye. Hello, it's me, Nancy, today. It's so nice to have my loom here. You know, when you're in a sort of unfamiliar place, it's really nice to have familiar stuff. And I find my loom is really good for mindless work. You know, I'm just slaying the reed. See down here? I'm putting these through here, through the holes. And it's just very relaxing for me. And it's very good. I see there's a lot of places where the reed is, there's a lot of mess in this whole thing. You see, I made a mistake. When I removed all those things from the loom, remember I made all those tea towels for Christmas for the kids? Well, when I removed them, I forwarded the back beam a bit so things would stick through, and then I cut them. And Joanne said what I should have done is left a gap and then woven a bunch of rows so that I could then, so it wouldn't slip back through the reed, and so I could then attach that big chunk to the front beam. And then I wouldn't have to reslay the, see, I didn't think I would have to redo anything because it was all in front of the reed, cut perfectly and lots of room. But then some things got moved around, you know, shoveling the loom out of the way for Christmas, and so then pulling the beam forward and back, the beater bar forward and back somehow. Anyway, so a lot of them fell through. Until finally all of them fell through. And then some even fell through the what do they call it? The heddles. So then I had to redo bunches of it. But that's okay because it gives me something to do. You know, sometimes you just need mindless things to do. I find that whenever you're having a big problem in your life, death in the family or big change, whatever sort of things happen, if you if you have something normal to keep your mind going, that's really good. I often wonder, when somebody's parent dies or a spouse dies or something like that, and I was thinking, of course, my mother will die eventually, and so could be today, could be in 6 years, could be in 10 years, you just don't know. But, and I was thinking, well, will my life fall apart? And I don't want my life to fall apart and be in a daze and not be able to cope and take a year to recover and get back to normal. And I think that maintaining a schedule is really important. Of course, I don't have a schedule. At least I say that, but maybe I do have a schedule. I do get hungry about 10:30 in the morning, and I eat something. I do go to bed before or around midnight. I get up. Well, lately I've been getting up at 9:30. 9 I got up this morning, but yesterday it was 9:45. But usually I get up around 7. And I usually, at that point, I do one of two things. I either sit down in my chair and do my computer, write my morning pages or write down dreams or something that will leave if I don't, or I would go for a walk, or tidy up sometimes. I like it when I go for a walk, but sometimes my walks get quite elaborate and they take the whole morning. And then I have to come home and write about them, and then it becomes like a book. So I guess I do have a bit of a schedule. So at 10:30 I'm hungry and I eat something. And if I'm working on a project, after my walk or after the computer in the morning, I'll start working on my project a bit. And I may go from project to project. I don't stick with one thing very long. Probably because my back doesn't feel good if I stay very long. Like right now I'm kind of hunched over, so I can't do that for very long. So the next thing I do would be to go for a walk, because then I can swing my arms and it lines up all my vertebrae again and I feel better. I have no interest in going for a walk though. It's really dreary outside. It's much nicer in my room where the light is on, where I have this to do. But my back will get bad. So I have two projects that I've got here. I've got my loom and I've got my knitting machine. And I'm going to set up my knitting machine and then stand up to do that. Oh, and there's another project. The driveway. There's a double driveway here. But when we got here, there was less than one opening to get in and park in the driveway. Because my son just rents cars. He doesn't own a car because it's easier in the city not to own one, but just to take transportation. But he's been renting a car lately. So we sliced it down so now it's a good lane. And then last night I used he's got a flat thing to chop. He's got that, so I chopped on the edge of this huge, and it's very frozen on top. There's like ice that's this thick on top of this huge thing of snow. And so I chopped it with that thing and Willem shoveled it. And we haven't opened the whole driveway yet. We've got it open enough now that we could pull in and park to the side and they could pull in and park. So it's, a bigger than maybe 1.5 entrance that can come into the inside. But we didn't do that yet. Finish that. We've got to do the rest to make it a whole too. Anyway, so that is the situation at hand. And so I am enjoying figuring out this mess. It's very good for me to have a mess to figure out. See, this one isn't even through a reed. Through the thing that the rest are. So that was 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So now I should be on 3, 4, 3, 4, 2, 4. But something's wrong here. I'm missing a few threads. How can you be missing them? They were here when I started. So, look down here with me if you wish.
So we've got, in here we've got 4, 3, 4. So 4, 3, 4, so we need another 3 there. So this one should be a 3. Which is on that rack. Tomorrow is my mirror meeting, so I'll have to go home and go to mirror. 'Cause I really like my mirror meeting. And it's my turn to make something on the loom. Okay. Alright, but now there are still, see this is, what is that anyway? 3, 4, 3, 4. I have 2 more things there, but I need 2 more threads. 3, 4. So I'll have to go find it. It must be over on the other side somewhere. Yes, I've definitely been leaning like this for too long. So what's this? What's this? I don't have any. What's all this? Hold everything. Aha, here are some ends that don't go anywhere. Going to be quite a little process to figure out where they go. Alright, I'm going to turn you off and upload you. Bye-bye. You keep smiling. Bye-bye. Hello. Well, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go for a walk. Oh, it looks like some things fell out of the car last night. What do you call this? Is this, I don't know if it's snow or ice pellets. Well, whatever it is. Sure is a lot of hair on that. Must be the kitty cat. They have some kitty cats there. So let's go for a walk. I realize that Ben's house is big enough that I can go for a walk in his house. I can just go for a walk all around the first floor and get a good walk and swing my arms. That's great. So here we are in the neighborhood. These are very typical new Canadian houses. The older houses are smaller, but the roofs are very steep. And in the cities, this is the typical house that they build. Sometimes they put the carport at the front of the living room. Anyway, but you have very little room between houses. I guess that's the same way in most cities. I love my fir trees at home. So when I look outside, I always see greenery. These are all new houses, so they have little bits of flowers along the edge of their porches, and everybody gets one tree in the yard when the builders put all that in. But they're pretty small spaces between. Each of these houses, I think, needs about 10 acres. I often think that about big houses. They each need to be out on a property where, where they got space, not beside other people. Oh well. So it feels good to walk. I've been crouched over my loom for a while. The snow is very hardened. Let me show you how this is all ice chunks. The whole thing is quite hard. This is ice it's been melting for a few days. Oh,
look, some green trees. It's probably a pretty bumpy ride to walk along with me. I don't have on my camouflage coat or any of my... I have on short sleeves under my sweater. It is a bit cold, but I know I'm not going far. But Carla, your socks are always keeping me warm. They fit nicely into my muckwas. This porch is on the first floor. Most of the porches on the other side are on the second floor. A lot of these are embassies, I think. This is because in Ottawa is the capital of Canada, and so every country in the world has an embassy here. Or every country that's on relations with Canada has an embassy here. So they're in different places, and they're not always marked. But you can tell by license plates, because diplomats have red license plates. Everybody else has white Ontario license plates. I like Canada, but it is a bit cold. And the cities are certainly not as pretty as the countryside. But I love the countryside, which is the part of Canada that I love. Oh look, my sweetheart. Alright, goodbye. Well, hello, it's Nancy today. Actually, it's already tomorrow. So now I guess it'll have to be Nancy today. Because it was yesterday. Now it's today. Tomorrow won't really be here for another day. Anyway, I'm just reading comments from people. You guys are so funny. You make such neat comments to me. I like reading them. I haven't been answering as many of them anymore, partly because I don't get around to reading them for a long time, but also because YouTube doesn't really let me comment. I have to go to Google+. So if I get a comment in my inbox, I have to click on your name, and it'll take me to the Google+ page where I can see the videos you've commented on and comment back. Anyway, I keep seeing all these nice things I remember. Like one of these videos showed a picture of my yard outside of the house with this beautiful white snow on it. And that makes me miss it, you know? I really like my house. I like being there. Oh, we have a pretty cool place here at Ben's. See, I got my loom there. See my big mess of the yarn. Have a big mess trying to unroll it and put it on the other beam. I could end up with a big mess on the other side too. That is not beyond the realm of possibility, you know. I guess I should be quiet and go to sleep. It is after midnight, after all. Anyway, so today was a good day. And I like watching Lie to Me. That's what I've been doing. And I've been knitting. I'm trying to knit a little sweater for Elida's baby. She's not had her baby yet, but when she has her baby, it's a boy. And so I'm knitting a little sweater, but it's turning out to be, I think it'll fit a 6-year-old. But I think the difference between the shoulders of a 1-year-old and a 4-year-old are about the same. I don't think they grow outward too much at that point. They get about so wide, then they get tall, I think. I remember having a coat for, I guess for one of my kids, and they grew, and that coat fit for many years. 4 or 5 years, I think. So they just grew up. They didn't really grow out. Their shoulders didn't change. Okay. I've yawned twice, so if you've got insomnia, you could try and yawn and go to sleep too.
Okay, see you later. If you've got insomnia, get off all those energy drinks. Bye-bye.
Well, hello, it's Nancy today. This is she. Hello, it's Nancy. Who's this? So, we're on our way back to the house today. So glad to go to the house. Home, home, home. We're going to go pick up our temple stuff so we can go to the Montreal temple. Because we're only 2 hours from Montreal here. So we're going to do that. It's really good. You know, it's 4 hours from our house. So we'll go and do that. There's something wrong with my back. I have this one spot right in the middle of my back. It feels like the one vertebrae has just been shoved in and no way I can turn or nothing I can do fixes it. So I'll go to the chiropractor if I can. Anyway, I haven't talked to you for a long time. I went through my videos this morning and I thought, you know, I've got a lot of videos with the same names, but they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'll just put them all together and delete all those other ones. I think I can whittle this 14,000 videos down a lot if I do something like that.
No, Nancy, no, no, I want to watch them all.
Don't worry, you won't see them all. But anyway, they'll all be there. I'll just push them together. So instead of having 2-minute videos, you'll have 60-minute videos. You just watch it for 5 minutes and turn it off like usual. Or skip through. You know, you drag the little thing and you know. It just looks better than 14,000. And it'll be more easy to see something like when I made Christmas Stolen, for instance. And it took me 10 videos to make Christmas Stolen. And I used to have my cool little camera I used to be able to hold under my neck. I just hold it like that, and it was perfect. It was, but it would turn off when I would record. It'd be nice if I could sort my videos by length, by shortest. I guess if I just search for the number 1 or maybe the number 6, and then all videos that come in 6s, there are 6 of them, then they'll show up. Then I can find the other 5 that go with it, and I can upload them all together. See, because if you go to upload, and then you go down to the bottom, there's a bottom little choice there, little box. There's a bunch of choices. The bottom choice lets you, I don't know, put videos together is the only thing I can do. You click on that, and then you put a new project, you know, and then you put in a name, and then over there you select the videos you want, because the pictures are there. So if you just want, I know how I can do this. Oh, this is so much easier. I can do a search on there. I can put in on there, and there's all these little thumbnails of videos. And if I put in there something like Christmas Stolen, then all the Christmas Stolen videos. See, when I cook, I have to make a few videos because it takes more than a few minutes to get it ready. And then it also takes one more video to show you what it looked like, right? So everybody wants to know what it looked like. You never showed us what it looked like. Oh, that was great, but what was it? You have to field all these complaints. So this is my effort at editing. I'm going to be an editor. Sort of. Just a little bit. So what this does, then I click on all those little icons that are related in order. The first video in it has to be, click on that first. So you have them in order. And then click upload or whatever, and it will fix it all for you. There you go. That's the way. That's what I'm going to do. I was thinking of taking all the update videos and putting all the update videos into bigger videos. So you could watch like an hour of updates if you really wanted to. That would be better than having, you know, 14,000 is kind of a lot. Then I delete all the single ones after I put them in this. So you're going to be seeing, like I just did that with my the walk with Willem and I had already done it with the fisheye videos. Put them all together. Well, the walk with Willem and I can fix that too.
Willem and me. With Willem and me. There.
Willem
Dutch-English professor.
Because he's Dutch and English is not his first language. Dutch is his first language. So tell me how to say it in Dutch, darling.
With you and me.
Met Wim, met mij.
Met jou en mij.
Met jou en mij. Or something. Gee, this pain in my back. It feels like I got a rock. I'm leaning against a rock. Oh, you know, I've been working on my loom. Well, my loom is becoming a huge mess of threads. I'm just cutting off threads that are way too tight and then unwinding the rest of it on the beam. It's because it's just a big mess. It's going to be worse. The further I go, the messier it gets. But that's just the way it is. That's just how it's going to be. Because I'm Nancy today and I can do this at home. And results differ every time. Every result differs from every other result. Alright, well there's nothing happening out there on the highway, so it's not really much I can bother showing you. But I have another video on mine. Bye bye!